You asked for it after our last week video when I mentioned it. So here we are in one of the most amazing cities in northern Thailand. And this city is Chiang Mai. In this video, I'm taking you on a real-life, slightly soaked, unexpectedly hilarious journey through one of Thailand's most fascinating cities. You'll see the iconic mountaintop temple of Phra that Doi Suthep and catch 360-degree views over Chiang Mai and find out what happens when the city gets hit by flash floods and monsoon moods. And we'll chill out at one of the trendiest modern hangouts, Nimman. Our day started with sunshine, and after a week of non-stop downpours, we booked a taxi and set off on a ride that could only be described as mildly terrifying and moderately scenic. So here we are at Phra that Doi Suthep. Perched over 1,000 meters above sea level, this is probably Chiang Mai's most iconic temple, and it's been standing here since 1383. To reach it, you can either take the funicular up or climb all 309 steps of the legendary Naga staircase. We chose the easy way, so funicular ride uphill, and then later we will take the staircase back down. We were feeling wise, not heroic, so we paid the 50 baht and took the funicular. The moment you step into the temple grounds, everything just slows down. There's a stillness and the air smells like sandalwood, and monks chant softly in the background as gold glistens in the sunlight. It's not just beautiful, but it's sacred, and you feel it. Phra that Doi Suthep is perched atop Doi Suthep Mountain, about 15 kilometers northwest of Chiang Mai Old City. We will visit the flooded area of the Old City later on, so stick around and make sure to subscribe if you have not done so yet. The temple is part of the larger Doi Suthep National Park, which is a lush, mountainous area filled with waterfalls, forests, and winding roads. It was founded in 1383 by King Khu Naon, the sixth king of the Lan Na Kingdom, but the story behind it is pure legend meets miracle. According to Northern Thai tradition, a Buddhist relic, believed to be part of the Buddha's shoulder bone, was discovered by a monk. That relic miraculously split into two, and one half was placed on the back of a white elephant, which was released into the wild as per custom. The elephant climbed Doi Suthep, trumpeted 3 times at the summit, knelt, and died peacefully. This was seen as a divine sign, and King Khu Naon ordered the construction of the temple on that very site. In the center of the courtyard is the golden chedi, and it's towering and glowing like it has its own light source. Phra that Doi Suthep isn't massive in size like Angkor Wat, but it's incredibly compact and symbolic. The central golden chedi is about 24 meters tall. We walked clockwise around the chedi, ringing bells and paying respects, and I even whispered a little wish, just in case the universe was listening. There is also a large terrace surrounding the chedi, lined with prayer bells, shrines, and pavilions. The whole area is beautifully laid out to encourage clockwise movement around the chedi, a traditional form of Buddhist worship called circumambulation. Have you ever been somewhere so peaceful you kind of forget time exists? That's this place. And despite the crowds, it's all calm, and people speak in hushed tones. The chedi is plated in real gold and shines brilliantly under sunlight, and it enshrines the sacred Buddha relic, making it one of Thailand's holiest pilgrimage sites. Phra that Doi Suthep is a Buddhist temple, but you'll spot Hindu deities like Ganesha and Indra, a nod to the syncretic mix of beliefs in Thailand. Locals and monks perform walking meditation around the chedi, and you might notice them circling it 3 times clockwise, holding incense and lotus flowers. There are viewpoint terraces where, on clear days, you can see all of Chiang Mai, including the international airport, the lush green Ping River Valley, as well as layered mountain ranges in the distance. This is one of the viewpoints, and later on in this video, we are going to bring you to another viewing and share more views with you. You can receive blessings from resident monks who tie a white thread, called sai sin, around your wrist and sprinkle holy water. And it's a peaceful, humble exchange. Look at the words written here. So, Dharmanava literally means the ship of Dharma. But more than a ship, as it's a symbolic vessel that carries beings across the ocean of suffering to the shores of enlightenment, or nirvana. And just a kind reminder, you are in a sacred place, so please ensure you are dressed appropriately to visit the temple, and ensure you take off your shoes whenever it is required, and keep your voices down, and be humble while holding your cameras. The elephant is Thailand's national animal and a sacred symbol woven into the very soul of the country. And when you're visiting a place like Wat Phra that Doi Suthep, you will spot elephant statues, carvings, or motifs everywhere. In Buddhism, the elephant represents wisdom because it's calm, deliberate, and rarely acts without purpose. The elephant also represents patience and strength, perfect for the slow but steady walk to enlightenment. Talking about walk, let us walk up these steps to one of the best viewing platforms of the temple. This wide, tiled platform sits on the western edge of the temple complex. Just beside the viewpoint, tucked a little off to the side, is something most tour guides won't even mention. And it is a massive, time-worn wooden structure, sort of a horizontal totem or a holy relic beam, depending who you ask. On a clear day, you can see Chiang Mai sprawling below, like a green quilt stitched with rooftops, temples, and traffic. Now back to the wooden structure, and people stick coins into the cracks and seams in the wood. No one's entirely sure who started it, but it's become a quiet, unspoken wish-making tradition. Some say if your coin stays lodged, your wish will come true. Okay, so by this point, we've basically walked a full circle around Wat Phra that Doi Suthep. I've had my spiritual refill, taken enough photos, and made at least 3 wishes near the chedi. Now we just need to find the way down. This enormous staircase flanked by 2 golden-green Naga serpents slithering all the way down. And I mean, it looks majestic, but your knees will remember this part. There are 306 steps, by the way. Those Naga snakes are mythological serpent beings, also guardians of sacred places. And in Thai and Buddhist lore, they protect temple entrances and represent spiritual awakening. So, don't forget to thank them as you stumble past. And just when you think the adventure ends, a little market is waiting to tempt you with grilled meat skewers, flower garlands, and elephant pants you'll never wear again but must absolutely buy. You can also find grilled sausages, sweet coconut pancakes, bananas on skewers that look suspiciously healthier than they are. Most vendors here are super friendly, and it's okay to bargain politely. And just smile, don't lowball too hard, and everyone walks away happy. Next stop? We're heading back into town to see how the floods are doing in Chiang Mai Old City. The road down is a winding, twisty little thrill ride, with steep slopes and sharp curves. Let's talk about this place. Chiang Mai Old City is basically the historic heart of northern Thailand. It's a perfect square, about 1.5 kilometers on each side, surrounded by a moat and the remains of red brick walls. Chiang Mai was founded in 1296, over 700 years ago, as the capital of the Lan Na Kingdom. This square old city was the original walled settlement. It was the cultural, religious, and political center of the north. Back then, they built over 30 temples just inside these walls, and many are still standing. The old city isn't random, but it was a strategically designed capital. Architects were brought from neighboring cities and kingdoms to create a cosmic layout, reflecting Buddhist and Hindu cosmology. This is the Si Pum corner, and it marks the northwest corner of Chiang Mai Old City Square. And nearby, this is also where Chiang Mai suddenly wanted to become Venice. This part of the old city, especially the northwest quadrant near Si Pum, is relatively low-lying. During heavy rains, water from Doi Suthep rushes down, and if the drains are clogged or overwhelmed and the streets turn into pools. Yet it was still bustling, and locals were unfazed while street vendors moved up onto sidewalks, delivery bikes splashed past, and kids played with paper boats. This is as far as we could go. The water level here is too deep for us to explore any further. I hope you got a solid idea of what Chiang Mai is dealing with during flood season. Now, it's time for something a little drier, a little trendier, and hopefully with air conditioning. So here we go, Chiang Mai famous tuk-tuk time. Honestly, if you haven't ridden one of these yet, have you really been to Thailand? We were like on a three-wheeled roller coaster, and luckily our driver was not going fast. Chiang Mai tuk-tuk are usually smaller than the ones in Bangkok, and some even look custom-made. After a bouncy, breezy, and borderline chaotic, but also weirdly charming ride, we ended up in the newer part of town, and here there is no flood, just the scorching sun. We decided to stroll through the back alleys of Nimman Chiang Mai Road. These narrow lanes are full of surprises. One moment you're passing a boutique that sells handmade leather sandals. The next you're nose-deep in the smell of fresh-baked croissants from a Parisian-style cafe. This winding walk eventually led us to One Nimman, which is like the crown jewel of this whole neighborhood. One Nimman is Chiang Mai answer to European-style plazas with a Thai twist. Inside, it's a curated wonderland, with boutique fashion, artisan goods, creative workshops, and some seriously aesthetic cafes. As we leave One Nimman for Maya Mall, we are also coming to the end of our Chiang Mai little adventure. From the serene heights of what Phra that Doi Suthep, to the unexpected floods that turned parts of the old city into a mini-lake. We've seen the old, steeped in history, culture, and religion, but we've also explored the new, where creative energy is overflowing in every boutique and cafe. So, If you're visiting Chiang Mai, don't just rush to the temples and the markets, and take time to wander. If you enjoyed this trip with us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more travel adventures from all over the world.